Today I'm working on this very nice SD40. It's missing the front truck. That's why it didn't auction well. Now this is not available as a replacement part, but I just happen to have one here. So I'll be able to use that and fix this up. I got this from a donor engine. So if you were to buy two engines to make one, it's not really smart. You're not making any money. But the donor engine I used actually made 4 locomotives out of it. So that was definitely worth it. And after this, I'm all out of parts though. Look at how shiny the case is. It's in very good shape, this little guy. Super good shape. Wouldn't even have to clean it. Although I know I will. But I could just put the truck in and run it like that. It will probably run like $1,000,000. The horn's there, all the handrails are there. Look at this cool checker plate. And it's missing the couplers, but that's okay. I have some couplers, that's not a problem. So I'll take the shell off first. This shell has tabs over here that can help you remove the drivetrain from the shell. Easy breezy Japanesey. Yeah, these are made in Japan, these little guys. This is the good stuff. And that's why when you go on eBay and bid on these, they're still worth a pile of money. The obvious reason is they run so well. I don't think anything else runs as good as a Kato. This is the older drive, but boy, these run like $1,000,000. Definitely worth the money. The contact strips, if they fall out, that's okay. We'll put them back later. Then I'll just remove 2 screws that hold everything together. But first I'm going to remove the light shade and the 2 lights. It's nice to have the video. If you don't remember which way things go, you can always go back and change them around. I don't know if you can see. There's an arrow pointing out the way they should go. That makes it easy to keep track of which way the trucks go. I'm going to have to paint the side frames on this. That's okay. It's part of the game. Union Pacific, some locomotives were painted silver, some locomotives were painted gray. I'm going to paint these side frames gray. Just take a peek inside, see what we got. Looks really good. I'm gonna test it out just to see if it runs good. I always have a set of test leads ready. Runs like $1,000,000. I'm still gonna put a drop of oil anyways. Just to say that I did something. Just 4 drops is all you need for the whole engine. Now I'm at the toughest part of this build where I'm gonna have to repaint the trucks. Now this is gonna take a while. And it might not be super fun to watch. I've seen people weather their locomotives and they didn't take the trucks apart. It's bad because if you get paint on the wheels, it'll prevent the electricity from going through from the track to the engine. And also you can get the wheels painted partly. You could also put extra details on your trains by painting the wheels. So that I'll leave it up to you. Me, like I always say, I like to keep them as close to new as possible. So that if I ever turn around and decide I want to sell it, let's say years from now I decide I want to run DCC, then I can sell them and they'll be worth more money because they look new. So I'll continue doing this off camera because I think it's going to be a little boring to watch me paint. So I let my paint dry for a little bit here, and now I'm ready to put everything back together. These go back very easy. Just make sure the end of the axles is in the bearing cap. So my paint had lots of chance to dry. I actually gave it a couple of days. See? That's what I mean. You definitely don't want that. So I'm gonna go back, put it back together correctly. Even if it's out just a little bit, the locomotive won't run right. So you have to take your time, make sure it's 100%. Don't drop your trucks on the table. That doesn't help anybody. So I'll put the contact strip back where it should go, and I'll put the other one back. Test it to make sure everything's right. Then I'll take my time putting it back. There, that looks much better. It'll just snap into place. Keep checking it as you do. Now this little guy here is going to be a little bit different because it's missing the pin that holds it into the locomotive. This is what it should look like. So it'll never stay in, but the locomotive will run because the weight of the engine will keep the truck in place. However, every time you pick it off the track, your truck's gonna fall off. There. So this one, I'll leave it for the front. There's an arrow that tells you which way to put it. So this one goes to the front, and this one will go to the back. There's my arrow. I don't paint the whole truck because when it's on the track you won't see it. So I'll just slip that back here. I'll just loosen up my screw. And that'll give me enough of an opening to get in there. Then I'll tighten it back up. Use gravity as your friend. And then the other side I can just tighten it back up because the truck will just fit in there. See, it'll just fit in there, no problemo. It just so won't stay. And don't forget your contact strips. The contact strips go over and under, just like this. Here we go, and the other side. And then just line them up correctly. Once you got them lined up correctly, the gas tank's going to hold them into place. There. Don't forget your light boards. We're almost done here. So all that's left to do is to put the couplers I don't have any couplers, so I'm gonna have to get a couple of couplers. Fortunately, I have some in my parts bin. So that won't be a problem. And I'll just hold them in with a little screw. I've also screws in my parts bin. So these should go right in there. Nice and easy. Yeah, if you don't like dealing with small parts, maybe a HO scale would be a good idea. And scale, you're always doing this. Just very, very small parts. To me, it's a plus to have all these small parts, because you're actually working with details that are better than what you can actually see with your eyes. So that makes N scale fun for me. Okay, and I'll do the back one off camera. So now all I gotta do is put the shell back on. And now it's time to run some trains. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. These sd40s are the best. I really like them, and I find that they run very quiet. See you soon.